now in the career path where I'm coaching. Well, as a coach, one of the things I get really excited about, and one of the things that I really like doing, is share with people some of the things I've learned as an athlete. You know, it basically falls in a three-leg stool. You know, and the first leg of that stool is you got to have information. You guys have taken that step to get information. You got some good information, right? Some things that's empowering, things that you can go apply. Okay. Well, as a coach, what I often do is I get individuals, my first endeavor, and I look at you guys as my team right now, I've got to give you some good information. Now, the next thing that you've gotten as a result of this particular class is you've gotten a new association. And that three-legged stool goes with information, association, which is what you've gotten here now. You've got not only the peer group that have gone through this experience with you, but you've got your instructors. Okay? And now you got advice a part of that. So it's advice and association. That's what you need. You know, if you look at your life 5 years from now, your life is probably going to be predicated, if you don't keep, and while you're keeping the end in mind, if you don't follow through with that, it's going to be predicated by the people you associate yourself with, and the books you read, or books you listen to, whatever it is. But the information that you get into your system.
What do you mean predicated? What do you mean predicated?
Meaning that if you find yourself surrounding yourself with negative people, not doing anything, if you let your child, you know, if you remember, don't run around with such and such, they ain't up to no good. Well, that's what your parents are talking to you about. They're simply saying if you surround yourself with people who ain't going nowhere, well, you ain't really going nowhere. If you see your life down here in this particular life, it's kind of, you're just increasing the odds of your failure. It doesn't mean you can't get away. It doesn't mean that. I'm just trying to give you the direct route to improve the likelihood of you getting to where you want to get to. Okay? So you got the information that's coming from groups like this and taking the proactive step of going into a class like this, because most people won't. So I commend you for that. Now you've got that advice, the good sound advice, and you got an association with people that care about you, that's giving you good information. And now the third leg of that stool is being decisive, taking decisions and making action steps, being proactive, right? Bring it back to the basketball court, you bring it back to an athletic perspective. That coach is going to stand in front of you. I'm going to stand in front of you. I'm going to say, all right, I'm going to diagram the plan. The clock is ticking. We got a timeout right now. We're going to review what we've got. So I'm now going to be on the sideline talking to you. Johnny, Monique, when we go down here on this fast break, you got to be keeping your heads open. You can't be running down the court with your head down. You got to come down with your head open. Now, the next time we get that rebound, because we only got 30 seconds on the clock, when you get that rebound, you make sure you get your butt against that person, because they're going to try to take a shot. You got to make sure you find your man, you find your woman, you block them out. Is that understood? Okay? Once you block that ball, I want you to grab with both hands. I want you to pivot. I want you to give a good, firm outlet pass. Okay? When you make that outlet pass, I want you to come down. I want you to get your head up. You got to keep your heads up. Because Mike is going to be running around. He's going to come around on the wing. Okay? Mike's going to come down to the block. He's going to set a screen. Johnny's going to come on around that pick. And we're going to be open on here on the left side. So I'm going to advise you right now. You got the association, your teammates, they know that you can hit the shot. We're going to beat it. We understand you can make it. Now, my advice for you is that the first thing you do once you receive that pass, you want to, don't put it on the floor. You make sure you square up. You need to be in a triple threat position. All right? And now you got that information from me. I'm giving you the advice. You're going to either pump fake and go around, you're going to go ahead and spot up, or you're going to make a quick pass to that block, because he's going to roll back to the back and he might be open. Okay? So you got all the advice from me. You got the picture in your mind. I can't do the last part of it. You got to be decisive. You got to take action. All you players out here, you got to take action. You got to make a decision starting today that you're going to do something about that end in mind that you've already put in your mind and you've created. You're going to have different scenarios. The road of life is going to give you some obstacles. I'm not going to tell you no lies. You're going to lose a loved one. The loved one that you're currently with may not want to stay with it. You're going to have death. You're going to have some sadness. But I assure you this. When it rains, it pours sometimes, but you know there's a rainbow that's right around the corner. There is sunshine. Now, all you got to decide is whether or not that end in mind is enough for you to push forward and push through. It's not going to be easy. Michael Jordan has already told you maybe he made a mistake with all those MVPs and all those championships and all those accolades and Nike and all the things he's done. Maybe he